Hey everybody, welcome back. Going to look at some more vinyl, rock, and jazz will be next for all of those who were anxiously awaiting. Well, let's start off with Gary Brooker. No More Fear of Flying, an appropriate title to one of the funniest album covers I've ever seen. Gary Brooker was formerly a co-founder and singer with the group Procol Harum. Procol Harum performed that beautiful song, Whiter Shade of Pale. By the way, it was covered by Willie Nelson, and you need to listen to his version. But this cover is so funny because this plane is obviously crashing and everybody's panicking, but he's sitting there as cool as a cucumber. This is a promo album, and on the back, he's the only one in the plane. Somebody must have been doing some serious something when he came up with that concept, but I enjoy that record. This record here is the reason why I was born. I love psychedelica, psych rock, acid rock, prog rock. We used to call it art rock. Any kind of music like that, I'm there. This is 1970, the debut album by a group made Blitz, and this is just one of my favorite records. It's just got that raw sound, a three-man band, vertical gatefold, which is an interesting concept. I don't know if that's King Kong and his true bride or whatever, but it works. It's just a fascinating record. I hope you get a chance to listen to this. I don't think it's available, of course. I don't know if it's available on CD or not, but I love this record, and I think that everybody should check out. I'm really getting back into psychedelic rock. This is the label, Paramount. Never seen that label before, but there it is, a kind of nice lavender color. I haven't heard this one yet. Brought this one recently. This is Robert Wyatt, Nothing Can Stop Us. I think it was originally issued on a different type of cover. So if anyone knows anything about this group or have heard this album, let me know. One of my favorite bands, this is a Native American band, fronted by the two brothers. I forget one brother's name, and I'm sorry, but the Lolly Vegas is the leader of the band. And this is Redbone, one of the few groups in history whose debut album was a 2-record set. I will be getting to that one later. I hope you get a chance to listen to it. Redbone is famous for the song Come and Get Your Love, and I believe it's the opening song that they used in the movie was the Guardians of the Galaxy. So it kind of resurrected people's interest in that song. Youngbloods, this is a good album from the 1970s. Love that hippie music. And when I say hippie, it's a term of endearment because I like that. Coming up is a record I promised to show you in its full glory. This is Jethro Tull's Thick as a Brick. Conceptual album, which is just one song, of course divided into 2 parts so it could be put on vinyl, but done in different variations. What makes this record great, the physical album, is it folds out like a newspaper. And actually some of these little newspaper articles are kind of fun to read. Why don't they put out records like this anymore? Why don't they just have fun? And being Jethro Tull, you know what to expect, kind of complex, beautiful hard rock. And another thing I enjoy about this one is can you not get a better mini catalog of the records being released? I wish they would do more of this. But this is on the Atlantic label. And I will do a full presentation of Jethro Tull. Coming up, you're going to see something you don't see very often in my collection. I don't have everything in order and organized because I just buy things and put it into my into the house all along the floor, alongside the floorboards. So it's snaking its way around through the entire house, with the exception of the bathroom, because that would be gross. But one of these days I'm going to hit up an IKEA, if we don't have one in our area, and I'm going to get some really decent shelves and put everything in order. But I actually have 3 Beatles albums that are here in order. This is Yellow Submarine. It's fun. I collected some of the toys that were issued with this album in mind. Everyone's heard the song Yellow Submarine. I think I've discussed before about this album cover at Abbey Road. And this is a great record. I toggle between Abbey Road and the album I'm going to show you next as one of my favorites. Just beautiful stuff. But here is probably my favorite now, probably one of the most enduring as far as favorites. This is Revolver. George Harrison had a lot of influence in this album. He released 3 really good songs in this. John Opus is on this song as well. Tomorrow Never Knows, very experimental, kind of acidy, trippy song. As I said, George Harrison contributed Taxman, and he contributed I Want to Tell You, which is probably my favorite Beatles song. Paul jumps in there with some good stuff. For No One, Good Day Sunshine, Eleanor Rigby, which is iconic Beatles song. But Revolver is probably an album I just never ever get tired of. What am I? I don't mean probably. I never get tired of it. This is the Beatles, 67 to 70. One of these days, probably very soon, I will show you 3 albums that I will consider probably my prized possessions. I have this album and the Beatles 62 through 65 and the Beatles White Album. They're all on colored vinyl. This one is on blue vinyl, the other one on red vinyl, and the White Album on white vinyl. It took me forever and a lot of money to get a hold of that album, but I am so glad I got it. And I believe it's a capital release, as those were. Coming up, Jefferson Airplane, with the usual lineup of Paul Kattner, Grace Slick, Papa John Creech, Marty Balin. There's another guy, I can't think of this poor guy's name. Yeah, David Friedberg. This is a good album. This is Dragonfly. If you have a chance, listen to the song Devil's Den. It's really good stuff. I bought this recently, haven't heard it yet. The Good Sax. Just looks like it might be a lot of fun.
Goon Sax?
Yeah. Thank you, Adam. The Goon Sax. What did I say?
Good, I think.
Okay. There's a big difference between goon and good, so I'll check that one out. I hope it's a female-fronted band. I love female-fronted bands, as I like this one, Control Freaks. I recently got this from cdbaby.com. If you haven't had a chance, go to their website and check out the hundreds of genres of music that they sell. They have a $5 bargain bin. They also have the vinyl shop now, where they sell a lot of really good vinyl. This group sounds like they look on the cover. Just kind of a fun thing, you know, like Blondie with a sense of humor kind of thing. I'm going to have to listen to this more because I've just listened to a couple of songs, but I like it. This is Control Freaks. It's called Mindless Entertainment, and that's what it is. One of my favorite performers. I was so saddened at his death. This is Harry Chapin. Can't say it enough. A very generous person, good songwriter. Very story-oriented songs, very ballady. Not just not just lyrics and music. This guy has something to say. This one is called Short Stories, and there was a hit. Short Stories, I think, was a minor hit, but the biggest hit from this album was a song called WOLD, and I believe that's about it. But it's nice to listen to this one. If you want to listen to a good Harry Chapin album that'll kind of get you started on the track to loving him, that would be Heads and Tails. The song Taxi is on that one. This is my brother's...
Hooray.
Yeah, my brother's favorite album. Is there something you want to say before I say anything?
Played every album I had until couldn't play no more. Went through about one cassette a month back in the 80s. Just loved the hell out this album.
Yeah. And I'm pretty confident that I'm correct to say that next to The Who and... This is probably one of your favorite groups.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. But this is, I feel, Play Deep. I was turned on to this by my brother here, and the first song I heard was Mystery Man. I thought, man, this is good. They used some very interesting chords in the middle break of that song, and I thought, these guys are smart. The lead singer is amazing. I believe everybody knows him from their famous hit.
Your Love is what I want everybody knows.
Yeah, Your Love and Say It Isn't So.
Yeah.
Just every song in this album is really, 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 really good. Later on, they did an album called Voices of Babylon. Yeah, I love that song. And then This Is My Paradise.
That was on the Bangin'. That was the album. No, that was Voices of Babylon. You're right.
Okay.
You know my favorite band better than I did.
Okay. Well, thanks for your input. Also, one of my favorite album covers.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Yeah, isn't that great?
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, I wanted him to chime in because...
Love it.
Yeah, it's great.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, no problem. I think I showed this before, but this one is in such good condition. I had to show this to you. This is Deep Purple Stormbringer. And I joked earlier that, this was the horse. No, it's Pegasus. I know that. Good album. Deep Purple and Black Sabbath, I love those two groups. This one here, I'm not sure what year it came out. I think it was, 1974. So I was a young pup when I first heard that. Another album that doesn't need any introduction or description at all. This is Layla and Other Assorted Love Songs. I believe I said that right, but you know what I'm talking about. Super group comprised of Eric Clapton, Bobby Woodlock, and everyone's heard the song Layla and the story behind the song. But the 2-record set, my favorite song in this, however, is Bell Bottom Blues. And I think Clapton really just took it to town on that one. But I am going to show you something I'm super proud of. I have the CD box set of this, which contains 4 CDs, which includes a lot of jam sessions that you may not have heard before. But probably what I would call Desert Island album. And we're going to finish it off with Poco. This is Cannibals. Poco and Orleans. If you go to a record store and you look in the bargain bins, you're going to see one of these 2 groups, which is it's a shame that they would have to be relegated to a bargain bin, but it's also a good thing because you get a chance to buy them. Poco is a fantastic group. If you like the Eagles, you like Eagles, you would like Poco. They did this album called Legend. It's very easy to identify. It's a pure white album cover with a drawing of a horse. There's 2 songs on it that are just heartbreakingly beautiful. One is The Heart of the Night, and the other one is, I knew I was going to do
Crazy
this.
Love?
Crazy Love. Last time I talked about it, I forgot, but those are great songs. Just amazing group. Don't put these guys aside. Poco's done some fantastic stuff, and highly recommend just buying them. I have pretty much all of their vinyl, and I'm so proud of that. So it's good to take a chance and discover something you'll eventually love. Well, that should do it for now. And as promised, this will be the last of the rock albums I'll be doing for a while. The next couple will be jazz. And by jazz, I'm talking about contemporary, I'm talking about bop, hard bop, bebop, West Coast jazz, smooth jazz, just about everything, including some Manhattan Transfer. I love those guys. That should do it for now. I appreciate anybody who has subscribed, liked, commented, or just stopped by. If you have any questions or comments, or if there's something you would like to hear or see more of, please let me know. Thank you and have a good day.